Okay, Navagraha names. The names of the Navagraha in standard weekday order is Surya, Chandra, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra, Shani, Rahu and Ketu. Now, the names have been chosen by the rishis in a manner in which the planets will be completely pleased with us. One of the important lessons that we learn over here is not to abuse the Navagraha. The Navagrahas are representing divine energies. They are representing the energies of the gods. And it is not right to talk bad of them. For example, people have a very bad habit of constantly abusing Shani. Shani is like that, Shani is like that, Shani is bad, Shani is evil, Shani. That's bad mantra. You keep abusing somebody, sooner or later that person is bound to get back to you. So then after that you will wonder what I did wrong. So then you start reading Shani's good names. Oh Shani, you are great. Om Krishnaya Nama, Om Shanishcharaya Nama, Om. You start praising him. You are divine. Om means you are divine. To anything you add Om, you are saying you are divine. So why curse? And then why do you have to sit and praise? I mean, just by using these Sanskrit names, you are simultaneously praising the planet for that one quality which you feel will make all the difference for the Graha. Look at the name Surya. It's from Su Arya. Arya means the best. Arya as an Aryan race? No. That's wrong. Arya is any human being. Every human being is Arya. And he who follows Dharma is an Arya. So Su Arya means he who follows Dharma. So you are telling Surya, you are telling the sun god, you are Surya. You are the one who is the perfect follower of Dharma. Nobody can follow Dharma like you. The moment you say that, the sun god will bless you with Dharma. Your Dharma becomes strong. So just by taking the name Surya, so every time you are doing a chart, instead of saying the sun is in 5th house, try saying Surya is in 5th house. It makes all the difference. You use that name Surya. So in a day, if you repeat the word sun 100 times, instead of that, if you said Surya, you ended up saying Surya 100 times. That's like doing a mantra, name chanting. In Kali Yuga, by merely chanting the name, you get results. So just by saying Surya, 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 we are worshipping Surya. Chandra. Chandra is for Cha and Indra. Cha represents the brain, the mind. And cleanliness of the mind is a sign of divinity. God cannot be bad towards any of his creation because everybody and everything is a child of God. So whether it is me or whether it is my dog or whether it is my enemy, we are all children of God. In his eyes, we are all children. So he cannot have enemies. That's the reason why moon does not have enemies. And that is why he is called Chandra. Cha, Indra. Indra means king. Why is he king? Because he sits on the head. The mind is in the head. We don't talk about the mind being in the heart or the mind being in the hand. We talk about the mind being in the head. It's in the brain. The mind functions through the brain. That is the reason why we call him Chandra. By calling him Chandra, our own mind becomes free. We become free from bad thoughts. Because bad thoughts cause bad actions. It causes depression. If you keep saying Chandra, 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 you start feeling happy. You start getting cured. You start healing yourself. He's called Brahmana Raja, the king of the Brahmins. Why is he called the king of the Brahmins? Because he causes the mind to remove all bad thoughts and to have good thoughts. And the mind can then focus on studies. He rules the Shanti Bijas, peace. If there is no peace around, there can be no prosperity. If there is no peace around, there can be no love. So we need Chandra for everything that is nice. Look at the name for Mars. Mars is known for all the evil things in this planet. Fighting, killing, murder, rape. I mean, without Mars, these things cannot happen. So, what are we calling him? Mangala. Become auspicious. Now, if you call him Kuja, the word Kuja means bad birth. You had a bad birth. Your birth itself is a bad sign for the world. You know? Can you imagine what a curse it is? If you meet somebody and tell him, look, your very birth has been a curse on planet Earth. I mean, that's bad, is it not? So the word Kuja is not something that I will recommend. I will recommend Mangala, auspicious. It is not important how you are born, where you are born, what happened at your birth. It is important what you do. So if you do good, you are auspicious. Do good for the world. Protect everybody. Be auspicious. Mangala. So when you keep saying Mangala, 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 Mars will not be negative. You will be protected. It will be auspicious for you. Speech. Speech can be of various kinds. Good speech, well-intentioned speech, speech which is understood well. Buddha. Buddha. Dha is from the. Medha, intelligence. So what is happening with the name Buddha? You are causing the intelligence to follow the right path. He has options to follow the right path or to follow the wrong path. Buddha is such a planet, Mercury is such a planet. It causes the intelligence to follow different paths. And the intelligence can follow any path. The path that he must follow is known by the planet Mercury, Buddha. And based upon the planet, his speech will also be like that. If you know, there is a very nice saying in Sanskrit. Know the class of a person by his speech. If his speech is good, he has class. By just observing how a person speaks, you can say what is his class, whether he is educated, not educated, whether where he comes from, dialects are there, sounds are there, you know. The speech actually can define where you are from, how you learned, what has been your education. Well-educated people speak well. You know, Buddha is an important planet. It defines your status in society. You don't need money alone to define your status. There are many people with a lot of money, but who really cannot conduct themselves very well in society. Buddha helps us to conduct ourselves well by having good speech, vak. That is why Buddha. Mantras. You cannot do mantras without Buddha because you have to learn how to speak the mantras. That is the reason why Buddha can give good mantras, Buddha can give bad mantras. In a bad house, Buddha gives bad mantras. In a good house, he gives good mantras. So like that, there are other things we learn about Buddha. Then comes Guru, Jupiter. Jupiter has various names. Brihaspati is his Sanskrit name. But the correct address to the planet, the highest, most respectful address. Why do we all like Jupiter? Because he is Guru. He is Deva Guru. Gu is darkness, Ru is the light which removes darkness. So every time you use the word Guru, 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 you will keep learning. You can't stop learning. And the more you learn, the more evolved you get. Your soul becomes more evolved. Learning alone, the only means for the soul to evolve is through learning. So every time we say Guru, we are learning something, no matter how small it is. And that is why this name Guru is so auspicious. Shukra. Shu is very auspicious. Good, that which is good is called Sukra, to do. Do good. So Venus is being told, look, you can do a lot of good, so please do good. Why do you have to advise the asuras all the time? You also have a lot of good power. And what is that good power that Venus has got? He has got the power of healing. Nobody has healing power like Shukra. He is the natural healer. He rules the Mrityunjaya mantra. Somebody is dying, he is the firefighter. When everywhere you have failed, Shukra will be there to help you and to save you. He is the firefighter. Shukra, do good. So you see, such a nice name, Shukra. Cause this planet to be populated all the time. Let the population not die out. Imagine if a catastrophe happened and a whole race got wiped out. You know, there are people who are fighting to save the planet, fighting to save the green, save the animals from getting extinct. Who is guiding them? Shukra is guiding them. In their charts, Shukra must be very severely afflicted. So what they are doing by trying to save the planet is actually a remedy for their own Shukra. Interesting, isn't it? There was this actress. She said that she will pose nude if people donated money for cancer. Strange connection. I mean, she could have done many things, but there was no need to, that Shukra connection. Do you see that? Now come to Saturn. Saturn represents poverty. Poverty brings disease. Disease is a sign of poverty. Poverty is not just external poverty, there is something called internal poverty. Internal poverty is when the body does not get enough nutrients. It does not get good food, or the food is not digested. The body is unable to digest the food. So poverty is of two types, internal poverty and external poverty. The poverty that everybody talks about is only external poverty. Nobody talks about internal poverty because nobody cares about internal poverty. They say, oh, it's not my problem. That's the health department. So until you fall sick, you are healthy. That's such a wrong attitude. Don't you think that's such a wrong attitude to life?
Yeah.
Why must we fall sick and then only find out that, hey, we were not healthy? It's because we are internally impoverished. If our body got the right nutrients, the right food, now when we say food for the body, we need food for the mind. And most important, food for the soul. So when I talk of internal poverty, I am talking of poverty at three levels. The body, the mind and the soul. These three poverties cause decay of the body, destruction of good thoughts, and the karmas get destroyed. Good karmas get destroyed. And the soul goes to a very wrong path. I, as an astrologer, would be more interested about internal poverty than the external poverty. Though people come to me largely for external poverty. I need to buy a car, I need to increase my bank balance. That's all external poverty. If you are internally rich, you will become externally rich. There are many people who are externally rich, but internally poor. If they are internally poor, the external wealth is of no use. You could be a multi-billionaire, but if you have to be in bed for 20 days a month, of what use is that money to you? Therefore, we call Saturn by a beautiful name called Shani. The word Shani in Sanskrit means gold. You see? Gold is a symbol not just of external wealth, it is also a symbol of internal wealth. Did you know that? Gold is the only metal which is most desirable for the internal body. It is the best metal as far as the human biology is concerned. You can check this out with a doctor or check up some medical websites to find out that among all the metals known to man, which is said to be the best for the body, it is gold. So what do? We wear a little golden ring on our finger and then we eat with our hand. If you don't eat with your hand, there is no point in wearing the gold in your finger. When you wear the gold in your finger and you eat the food with your hand, a very tiny minuscule amount of gold, which is the right proportion, gets into your body, and that is so good for the body. If you are not able to do that, you don't like to eat with your hands, what people do, they take a small wire of gold and heat it up, take hot milk and they shake it, they stir the milk with this golden rod or golden spoon. A very thin little wire will do, in fact. A little bit of gold gets dissolved in that warm milk and that is good for your body. That is the best remedy that you can have, and that will take care of Shani as far as body is concerned. Like that, think about Shani and call him Shani, call him wealth, call him gold. Whenever you think of Saturn, call him Shani, gold, because gold will save you. Okay, come to Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are not visible to the eye. Then why are they grahas? Just like Neptune, Pluto and others, they are not visible to the eye. So Rahu and Ketu are not visible to the eye. Why are they being called grahas? Because they are created by the shadow, just as see, what is Rahu and Ketu? Is the shadow of the earth, right? Did you know that Rahu and Ketu are the shadow of the earth? Look at it like this. What causes an eclipse? An eclipse is caused by the fall of the shadow of the earth on the sun or on the moon. So if in some manner this shadow is falling on the moon, then a complete lunar eclipse is happening. It is the shadow that causes the eclipse. Therefore, the nodes are indicative of the movement of the shadow. That is why they are called Chaya Graha, the shadowy planets. It is nothing but the shadow. So long as you have a body, you will have a shadow. So, what is the best remedy for Rahu and Ketu? The best remedy is not to become inimical to your shadow. Why is the shadow supposed to be evil? Because the shadow falls on the earth. Or in other words, the earth is constantly holding on to the shadow, because of which you cannot go up, you are always going down, being pulled down. That is why that which is not visible, that which cannot be known, that which is against knowledge is considered bad. Because it is against the Jupiter function or the Guru function. Ultimately we have to learn. And that is the overall objective of life. That's why they are called Rahu and Ketu. Ketu means a flag. It marks a turning point. It shows the values that we stand for, the higher values which cause the soul to rise. And that is why it has a lot of plus side to it too, in addition to a negative side as far as health is concerned. We'll come to those things later. But you need to think a little more about why Rahu and Ketu are also grahas. Now our little homework. List other names of the Navagraha and find their meanings. And I want you to clearly have a list of the names that you like. Names that you find are very useful for you. Okay? This homework will be good for you. The Navagraha and Lagna form the 10 primary variables of Vedic astrology. These 10 form the decimal system. Sun is number 1, Surya is 1, Chandra 2, Guru 3, Rahu 4, Buddha 5, Shukra is 6, Ketu is 7, Shani is 8, Mangala is 9, and Lagna is 10. If man is reborn because of desire, man is reborn because of desire. That is well known as far as Vedic system, the Hindus are concerned, Buddhism. Most of the major, the real high philosophies always talk about rebirth is a cause of desire. Desire is a cause of rebirth. Stand corrected. So which planet should I say is this desire which causes rebirth? Is it not Shukra? Venus. Venus causes attraction, and this attraction causes desire, and this desire causes rebirth. This is the number 6. Number 6 repeated 3 times is desire of the body, desire of the mind, and desire of the soul. Are you seeing what I'm getting at? So we have a number 666. This number 666 is representing desire of the body, desire of the mind, and desire of the soul. From a dasha, if I say 6 dasha, 6 antardasha, 6 pratyantardasha. Dashas again are in 3 levels: the cycles, sub-cycles, and sub-sub-cycles. Dasha is the cycle, sub-cycle is antardasha, sub-sub-cycle is pratyantardasha. Now, if it is Venus, Venus and Venus, that means desire. I'm not just saying Venus, I'm just saying desire, desire and desire. So you have desire in your soul, and there is desire in your mind, and there is desire in your body. So these 3 are called the number of the devil. In reality, there is no devil. The devil is within us because the desire is ours. It's wrong to blame somebody else. To this desire, if I were to add the soul power of the sun, Surya, because Surya is one who systematically works on this number. So I get 6 plus 1, 7, Ketu. That Ketu, then the number 7 will represent that which is getting over. It is going above desire, because number 7 is above number 6. It is overcoming desire. So the number 7 featuring anywhere is very auspicious as it helps us to overcome desire. Bhagavad Gita has 700 verses. Now why did Shankaracharya choose 700 verses for the Bhagavad Gita? The Gita, as we all know it today, was finally compiled by Adi Shankara. And he chose 700 of the verses because there was a debate and some people said, no, it should be 900 and this and that. He said, no, the correct Gita is 700. It has a purpose, and the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita is to get you above desire. If you have not got over the desire of the mind, the body, the mind and the soul, you have really got over nothing. So when we talk of moksha, we are talking of getting over these 3 things: the desire of the body, the desire of the mind, and desire of the soul. Think about this in slightly more depth. Saturn, Shani, is number 8, and Mangala is 9, and Lagna is 0, Shunya, because it is not tangible. It doesn't have a physical element to it. There's nothing physical about it. Okay, I'll just leave the numbers here. We'll do much more of the numerology chapter. Any questions on this so far before I go to the next slide? Okay.